Welcome back. I am Devin Rage, the ambassador of the nation of rain. Yeah. We're back at it. I'm a real trap magnet. You talking smack, I might start backstabbing it. Anyway, I'm the ambassador to the nation of rage, and I want all my rageaholics to pull up a chair, pick up the sticks and game with your boy. See how flawlessly I stepped into that.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
No, read Revelations.
I believe Shion is telling.
As a friend, yes.
Damn,
I want to believe her.
Hit the wrong button.
Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world.
Huh?
That those really are the stakes we face.
You seen what you've been fighting?
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands. So many clues. Yet the complete picture eludes us.
Well...
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what
They should have actually had a voice for that.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying?
Yes.
But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Ooh.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
I can respect it.
Right.
What's up, girl?
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Who else she
you.
talking to?
You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shorty thick.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye.
You can't even see his eyes because he
She
got
really
shades.
needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them.
Oh, respect it.
Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Me either, because I won't be able to
Agreed.
play the game without her.
It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Ugh, angry face. Let's go to Shorty Doo-Wop. Can I swim in this? Nah. We gonna go to Lenegis?
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own.
Yeah.
Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was.
I
you
figured
know?
that too.
But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
Because she didn't say
I'm
nothing.
sure it made her happy,
The hell?
knowing you were there for her.
What you crying for?
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah!
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Finwell.
Yeah. Let's talk to the boy, the legendary Law.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
Everybody go through their own
You
shit,
and me
though.
both.
That's
I mean, I knew
life.
something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all.
Nah.
What I thought was helping and being there for her
Uh-huh.
was actually just driving her into a corner.
Ooh.
At least you figured it out in time though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle.
Facts.
Shion, the world, we can save everyone.
Shion.
And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr,
He would have been
I
banning
don't
you.
think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
Facts.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we?
Yeah.
We'll need all our
Damn.
strength to save Shion.
Pressed ass.
I'll probably end up worrying again at some point. But I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah. Alright, let's go get to the final. This has got to be an actual scene. Yep, I knew it. They should have did this
Hey,
for everybody.
You doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
Yeah, I was trying to get out the friend zone.
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew
Damn.
I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadeye, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end.
Ooh,
I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma.
ooh, damn, the truth's coming out.
But after that day, one time became two, And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that.
Damn, you need to get out more.
I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that.
You should have been understood that. Because this is my game. I'm the main character.
Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's not going to end. I'm the main character of the game.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
You're welcome, nigga.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
That armor clean as fuck.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Hey, alright. So let's see. I gotta figure out where to get those dragon flame sacks. All right, so for the dragon flame sack, we gotta go to Aiden's Lake because I'm trying to get that Aiden Lake. I mean, this ain't shit. This is the farm shit. Yeah, she the only one that don't got. All right, I know we did that, guys, but we're going to have to go on a mission.
Did we
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure if I could actually like go anywhere. I thought once we did all that, we
just
was gonna
spend
have
that
to
much
travel.
money?
But
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
hey, yo, get back here.
Can't get out of this.
Bruh,
I'll face you.
tell us
Enjoy
stop.
the ground while you're down there. This one takes it. Not today. Demon Land. That was a shot.
Dang.
I'll face you.
Damn. Damn.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
There's one flame sack. I think we need, wait, I need one or two?
We should be able to cook here.
There's something in the water.
I need two. That's crazy because she the only one that basically there's not a dragon up there. Nope, alright.
I've got a good amount of info on our enemies written down now.
That's wonderful, Rinwell.
You should get some shut-eye. It gets a little tough to fight when I'm this full.
Yeah, but who knows when our next meal...
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
No further. Going in. My reach is
Yeesh!
Corruption!
I'll grind it up.
Wind astral energy!
Take it.
Ready waterfall! The flashing parts are weak points.
Punch his ass.
Lightning orb! Now's our chance!
Not today.
Pierce evil! Blah blah blah! Magic! Too much to handle? Pain between heaven and earth!
Man, bro, he still hit me.
You'll find no mercy. I'll face you. Behold,
Let's go.
the earth pulse. Tectonic fission.
Frozen!
Hammer.
Ended him.
The heavens must be smiling.
All right. All right. There we go.
I'm impressed.
There we go.
Just how well balanced this thing is.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Huh? Why are you...
This came out so...
I'll see you again tomorrow.
I couldn't... need any more if I tried.
That is true happiness.
All right, we are back. Everybody has the best weapon they can get in the game thus far. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
What?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
All right, I'm not mad
I
at
like
that.
it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... Well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
Roger that. Copy, copy.
All right. Then let's go.
Damn, that shit clean, ain't it? Oh, damn, that shit clean. I knew we were going to go to Lenegis. I just knew it. Oh, damn. This shit look clean.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
Yep.
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
30 minutes.
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot?
Wait, ain't no
I dare
gas.
say I'll
Where the
manage.
gas?
I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Yeah.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
I would have done the same
You
thing.
mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something.
You are.
Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched, helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend.
Yeah, don't start
Sure, I
crying.
survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
Yeah, you did.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy?
Uh-oh.
Why would you sacrifice your life for...
Because I love you,
That's
girl.
exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
Yep.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me.
Where have you been at this whole
We're in this
game?
together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it.
I respect
The
it.
true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars.
Right. And I'm the main character of the
We can do
game.
this together.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
No.
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
Ooh.
I
Talk
see.
your shit, bro.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Bet. That one wasn't as long as Shion's. Although, I do wish it looked like we was moving at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we get to talk to both of them at once, so
Alvin,
that's cool.
listen to this.
It's pretty quick.
So Law and I were just talking, and
Hey, shut up!
And what's got Law all flustered?
only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Ooh.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
Don't be a punk about it, bro. Look at me moving slow. Oh yeah, we got Kisara and she's the last one. Shorty went all the way to the back.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
Yep.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy
Okay.
if any of us get injured while
So this
we're
is
down
how
there.
we're going to be healing.
Alphen?
It reminds me of when Goku
it
was on
something I
Namek
said?
and he was in
No,
the pod.
I was just thinking back
Before
to
he
when
fought
I escaped
Frieza.
Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Damn.
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
Yeah, how about that?
What do you mean?
Because I'm the main character of the
With the
game.
amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now.
Okay.
And those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that.
Okay, I respect it.
And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to
Because
you.
I'm the main character of the game.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
All right. You know, this episode, a lot of talking. But it's setting up for the end game, you know what I'm saying?
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Oh, okay.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renin ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Nah.
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts.
No, she
You
was a
really need
slave,
to
bro.
ask?
She was experimenting on.
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
Dumbass.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Yo, shut your mouth, yo. Let him blush.
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so.
Yeah. Where else would she go?
Lenegis
That's
is
the
too
last place in the
deeply
game.
involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
I can
If the
see
Renaissance
that.
is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
And that's because I'm the main character of the game. Lenegis kind of reminds me of Elysium. You remember that movie? We're finally here.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still
Oh, that
underway.
black went hard.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
Roger that.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
Everywhere.
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
These nuts.
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a sovereign in our midst.
Oh, yeah.
In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
He's definitely a valuable asset to the team. That
It
nigga's
stands
smart.
to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
You still had your sovereign powers, asshole.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
And I'm the main character of the game.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Facts.
Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
Yes, sir. Had to get the fits right. Know what I'm saying? Change it up. I want his white suit that's in a new opening. Oh, damn. The Renters might be going through it too on here because of the lady in the red. She might be destroying their home. Because remember, Alphen killed him. Back during the ritual. The obituary was literal. Laughing, maniacal, cynical. What's gotten into you? You don't know what's true. You black and blue.
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Okay.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Yeah, nigga.
Avakir. I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
Yeah, watch your mouth.
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Don't worry about it.
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever.
Hey, you damn right.
I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very
Yeah,
well.
my own
Looks like
home,
we'll have to find
let
a way there
alone the
ourselves.
Forbidden Zone. Yo, we actually rhymed.
Have you seen Faria yet?
Nah, nigga, I just got here. Watch your mouth.
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back?
Because we got some business to take
You
care
know it
of.
can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
Ooh, spit with the flow. Understand I might step your small toe. Don't call me a hoe.
So who's Faria?
Law?
That's his old boo
If what
thing.
Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it
Yeah,
to
that's
you.
crazy because they don't know anything that happened on Dana. So they don't even know that he's not a lord anymore.
Danins among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Damn, little kids is hurt.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable...
Yo, sorry, y'all. It's a lot of talk in this episode.
Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First Lenegis mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed.
Told you they going through it.
The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Anything through here, oh yeah, it's a chest. So strawberries, cool. That's why sometimes you gotta explore. Oh yeah, here we go. Fancy parfait.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise.
Oh,
How
wow.
do you want to find her anyway?
Hey, stop asking questions, pussy.
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your
Yo,
time.
push him off the edge, yo. He wasted our time for real.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Shorty got concussion.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Nice.
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in...
Yo, they really still think the contest is going on.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me?
Yeah.
A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank
Damn,
you.
he humble now. Think about it. Before, when he was the Lord, he might not have helped.
Canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Yep.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all
And
part
since
of the
he knows the
Sovereign's
truth,
grand
it's like,
plan.
damn.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Oh, okay.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Uh-oh.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
They've been
Assuming what I
bamboozled,
believe
lied
to be
to,
correct,
made a
it's
fool of.
possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Right.
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
Me either.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Damn.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 Sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganeth Heros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you?
Could have possibly
The
been.
ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered, until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it.
Yeah, you know, a lot of talk in this episode, yo. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna include that action that I had when I was grinding for the material I needed, but I only killed 2 dragons.
I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
Hey, okay, we finally getting started. Oh, okay.
Yes! Yes!
Well, we killed him.
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
Let's go. Yeah, they on his nuts. They got a whole song about him. You sweat from that shit?
Hmm?
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
So, that's what we've been doing this whole episode.
What? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bet. Alright, cool.
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
Duh.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
Because he was racist.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed, the effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here.
Pardon me.
Didn't we kill her? Girl, if you don't get your bobblehead ass out of here.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
I ain't mean to skip all that, but it's actually getting late, low key. It's 11:43. I got work in the morning, and to be honest, it's just been a lot of reading and a lot of talking.
Seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of
I can't move.
changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary, remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. but their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you.
Damn.
Because we're threats to Rena.
Yep.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
What?
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
She's finally a Renan lover. That was
being
racist.
a Danon doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
I respect it. Okay. What's the next step? Alright, let's go. We're gonna make it to the Forbidden Zone. Then we're gonna end it there. Again, guys, I'm sorry. There's a lot of talk in this episode. Thought it'd be a lot more action.
There's something I just don't get.
I told
What
you.
is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfricht Milgras, the former Lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfricht whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegis?
Damn.
I guess over holocom maybe.
They hide.
But not in the flesh.
Kind of reminds me of the Wizard of
Same thing
Oz.
goes
He
for
was
the
just
sovereign
hiding.
that came before him.
Nobody saw him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
He probably did.
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies.
Just like in real
The
life.
question is then, by whom? And to what end?
It's a conspiracy.
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelegion, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Yes.
Doe?
Oh shit.
Faria.
Varia?
Oh, she kind
Isn't
of
that
fire.
the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already.
No, chick.
Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock.
Damn,
you
like,
haven't changed one
leave him
bit.
alone. Sheesh.
But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Yeah.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Oh shit. Hey yo, what the fuck?
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Facts.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
It's a dark moment. Wait, where are we? Okay. Alright. Just right here. Orange gel. All right, we're gonna make it around there. I want to at least get to a campsite or the store.
Hey, it's that ingredient.
Oh, tofu.
Yeah.
This is what I've been
one
looking
that
for
recipe.
the whole time.
You always have an eye for food.
Yeah. Crazy part is, like, I ate food for my XP up. Ain't really getting to no battles.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah. It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Yeah, he just got fussed out by his old girl.
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's
Oh
betrothed.
shit, he killed her husband. Damn.
Despite
Respect.
Faria's lower class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagin and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
Ah, that was a vision back when we first met him.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
That's true.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagin and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagin had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society.
Damn, so when he killed him,
But
she still was
fate
lower
was
class.
not so
Oh,
benevolent.
shit. She really mad because she
happened?
broke.
Tarnagin was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait, don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less, she would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
Yo, poor
That's not the same
Itachi.
as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty, instead I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Facts.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always.
You're right. And you
But
thick.
I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
He's got
surprised nobody
Kisara.
recognized Shion yet.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right.
You're watching in the corner like a creep.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Ooh. Okay, I didn't see it. Fast travel point at it. Okay. Actually, let me do my manage my ranch. Oh damn! We're gonna do sheep. We're gonna do rat pig. We're gonna do cow. We're gonna do chicken. Let's do sheep. Actually, hold on. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, shit, I can. Okay. That's crazy, because I just really went and made these. Damn, what the fuck? Big ass cannon. Damn, if I had to make a Fune bone. Oh, they nice. I like them. So I can make that. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that's alright. Oh, I likes that. So I can make that. I just need money. I can make that. Dark Mane. Make a Fune bone. I just gotta go back and get that shit. That's so it's hard. That's so these old joints. Not bad. I can, even if I make one, I can make the other. Okay. Let's see what else we got to sell. I'm gonna sell the lowest ones. All right, I ain't mad at that.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
What I want? Oh, I can do attack up L. Or heal after battle.
This shall suffice.
Alright, let's get this attack bonus out. Alright. Not a lot happened in this episode, but a lot of story and plot has come forth. You know, it's just like an episode of anime where sometimes there's no action, it's just the story being brought forth. So, you know, that's what this episode was. It was the plot thickening. And that's what I'm gonna call this episode, the plot thickening. Don't forget to like the video, comment, tell me what you like about it, tell me if the story is coming together for you, tell me if you're liking it, you know. Hit that subscribe button, you know. Help your boy get into that algorithm. Hit that notification bell so when I upload, you're the first to know. Until next time.